Chantel sent me a message earlier asking about systems by substitution, and I like to call it elimination. They apparently call it addition.
I love this.
All right. So I'll show what example of both, starting with substitution. What you're going to do with substitution is you're going to essentially take one of these equations and put it. Come on. There it goes. You're going to take either this equation or this equation, and then you're going to put it back in the other. What I mean by that is, say, I'm going to take negative x plus y equals 3. And I want to get y by itself so I can plug them into the top equation. All right, so we got this. In order to get y by itself, I have to do what?
Add x to the other side.
Add x to the other side. Good. So essentially, I'm going to get that.
Y equals 3x.
Yep.
Oh, no, y equals x.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and plug it in for that y. So instead of negative 3x plus 3y, it'll be negative 3x plus 3 x plus 3 in parentheses equals 4.
So you would distribute inside of it?
Yep. Now only if my document camera will stay focused. There it goes. Yep, so that's what we'll do is we will now turn around and take this 3, distribute it to everything inside, and I feel like that's about to screw up my problem, because that is about to screw up my problem. All right, so negative 3x plus 3x plus 9 equals 4. And miraculously, it's a no solution. So that was a bad example. Let me choose an example that actually gives us a solution. Give me a second. All right.
So we don't copy that one or yet?
So no solution is the answer. I'm gonna show you one that gives you a solution. So that way you know what to do when you've got to find the entire answer.
Okay, bye, mister.
Yep. So I'm gonna take a look at 15 because 15 has an answer. Yes, 15's got an answer. Let me scooch the camera. There we go. All right, so same thing for 15. I'm going to get this equation's y by itself. So 5x plus y equals negative 13. All right, so I'm going to subtract 5x because I want to get y by itself. And just like I did with this problem, I'm going to take this and substitute it right there. So instead of writing 6y, I'm going to write 6 times negative 5x minus 13 equals negative 6. All right. Any questions so far?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now, distribute the 6 with everything in the parentheses, and then I'm going to rewrite it. So 6x, 6 times negative 5 is a negative 30.
Negative 78.
Thank you. And then essentially combine like terms, solve for x.
Negative 24x.
So you would
71.
Six, 78.
It would be -3.
Yep, be -3.
But that's just for the x. Then you have to plug in the x with.
Exactly.
Whoa, mister. What do you do to the 7? Like, what happened? Like with the 72? Like, how you got 72?
Plus 78 to both sides.
Oh, you did that. Okay.
Yep. Which will get if you 72. So -24x equals 72. Divide both sides by -24. Leaves you -3. And just like Nayeli just got done saying, we're going to take x and plug it into one of these equations in for x.
Does it matter which one?
It does not matter which one.
But you can't the one that you did the first one. The one that says y equals -5x minus 13.
You can use that one if you want. I have no preference.
I thought that was the one you had to use.
I've never heard such a rule. That might have been a teacher's preference.
She's like, don't use that one. You gotta use one of the original ones.
Yeah, that might have been a. So, like, if I wanted to, I could take this right here and plug it in for that x. Because this equation is that equation. Now, you can't plug it into this. You can't do that. That'll throw everything off. It's got to be one of these two.
So which one we're gonna do? The first one?
I'm going to do 5x plus y because that is going to be the easiest and fastest to deal with.
Mhm.
All right. So instead of 5x, I'm going to write 5 times -3 plus y equals -13. 5 times -3 is -15 plus y. -13 again. And 15 to both sides. Y equals 2. And apparently I was writing off screen. There you go. And then how you write the answer, or should be written,
-32.
-3, 2. Now that's substitution. All right, that's substitution. What elimination is.
How you know which one you have to use?
Based in the instructions, unless I tell you, you pick one. So let me look at the assignment real quick. Because I think I set it up where you had to use each method at least once. Graphing. Oh, that's all graphing.
I couldn't find the paper that it said to use in one of the things, like the graph paper.
My bad. Apparently that did not transition over like it was supposed to. I will. I'll work on that. If you want to just, if you're more comfortable, you can do it on a piece of line paper and just work it that way. If you want a piece of graph paper, I will upload a graph paper template for you to print off, and then you can do it that way.
Okay.
So. How would you graph it though?
What do you mean? You plug the -3 and 2, -3, 2, like x and y.
Oh, you graph the answer, not the problem.
Yep, I'll show you how to graph the line too. For 3.2, 3.3, you are So there's one substitution.
And eliminations.
Yeah, you'll just read what the instructions say.
So we're only doing substitution?
That's for
Well, I'm going to show you elimination too.
Oh, you don't know that.
Okay.
That's
Just to answer your question, how you'll tell which one you need to do is just it's a personal preference unless the instructions specify.
Okay.
So if you're more comfortable with substitution, or if the problem looks like it'll be easier to do a substitution, do substitution. If you like, after we go over elimination and you're like, Mr. Reed, I like elimination better, your choice. I have no preference. I'm not going to be like, you've got to do elimination for 10 problems, substitution for 10 problems. I'm showing both methods. You take it away.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
So on 3.2 and 3.3, number 1, 2, and 3 says no answer text provided. What is that? And then, but 4 and 5 have answer.
That's weird. Apparently, Canvas just hates me lately. I will fix that. Yeah, I'll fix that. Yeah, I see it. I'm looking at it right now. I'll fix that. Yep. I'll fix that. I'll fix that after class. So, for elimination, let me make sure. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Is it the same answer? Nope. Different answers. All right. So for number 14, so this was substitution.
The one we're doing now, it's elimination.
It's elimination.